Dana White's confirmed that Belal Muhammad is not getting the next title shot, as he has a fight that is to be announced soon. Okay, but seriously, apparently Belal Muhammad is not fighting the winner of Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. He's apparently being booked to fight somebody else, and it's going to be announced soon. The consensus is that this is going to be Kamaru Usman versus Belal Muhammad, and it's a very interesting matchup if this is the matchup that is going to be next. I am going to probably still pick Belal Muhammad to beat Kamaru Usman, though, unfortunately, but still there's a chance. There's a chance that he can lose, and we won't have to deal with Belal Muhammad in a title fight. Realistically, like, Belal Muhammad deserves a title shot, but man, Belal Muhammad is just not entertaining enough to be in a championship fight. I'm just yawning thinking about it, man. Like, all respect to Belal Muhammad, he does take some hard fights. He's been very active, but I just don't want to see him in a title fight. So hopefully, somehow, Kamaru Usman can pull this one off. But I do think Belal Muhammad can just beat... Like, what is Kamaru Usman's bread and butter? It's the takedowns. What is Belal Muhammad's best asset? He has some of the best takedown defense in the welterweight division. I think statistically he has the best takedown defense in the welterweight division. Like, this guy's takedown defense is actually crazy. Like, his balance, his strength, and just his overall takedown defense technique is really good. It's one of the best parts of his game. And I can just see him beating Kamaru Usman with pace, pressure, and output. Belal Muhammad has a pretty crazy output. In his fights, like, he's constantly moving forward. He has really underrated boxing, in my opinion. Like, people shit on his boxing, but he actually does have a really good boxing game, in my opinion. Like he's very underrated. His power is a lot less, so maybe Kamaru Usman will have the big power advantage here over Belal Muhammad. So maybe he could make this fight look like the Jeff Neal fight. Jeff Neal versus Belal Muhammad. I don't think Kamaru Usman has to worry about takedowns from Belal Muhammad. Kamaru Usman's also got solid takedown defense, so I could see this being I see this being a striking fight on the feet. And there is a possibility that Kamaru Usman can go out there and do what Jeff Neal did, but at the same time, Jeff Neal is a much better boxer, much better striker than Kamaru Usman, in my opinion. So I think Belal Muhammad can get this one done. If it is Kamaru Usman, now there is other opponents. It could be, it could be Jack Della Maddalena. I doubt it though. I think JDM's going to fight either Jeff Neal or Gilbert Burns. I doubt it's a Jeff Neal rematch with Belal Muhammad. That doesn't make any sense right now. So yeah, I think it's got to be Kamaru Usman. Belal Muhammad said, I hope that Leon Edwards or Colby Covington have pulled out and that's my fight, which makes me more likely to believe that this is Kamaru Usman, because obviously Belal Muhammad and Kamaru Usman share a manager in Ali Abdelaziz. So, if anyone's going to sign a fight that you don't know about, it's going to be Ali Abdelaziz, signing a fight between Kamaru Usman and Belal Muhammad. Every time I say Belal Muhammad, I yawn. But, generally, though, it would make sense, Belal Muhammad is under Dominance MMA, and so is Kamaru Usman, so Ali Abdelaziz has probably just signed this fight without him knowing or something, or he's just trolling. A lot of the time fighters would do this, like Kevin Holland said, I'm not fighting Jack, or whatever he said, and then, 2 days later, Jack Della Maddalena, Kevin Holland's been announced. So, fighters do this stuff all the time. I think it is going to be Kamaru Usman. Maybe December 2nd, that would make sense. That card's been pretty stacked, so it would be cool. That's the main event. I generally think this will be an entertaining fight too. I think it'll be a striking fight. And I could actually see this being a fun fight for Belal Muhammad. And if he does win this in a real back and forth fight of the night type performance, I could generally see him getting the title shot here. This is a good fight. Kamaru Usman's fought so many people, so it'd be good to see him get a fresh matchup. We've seen Kamaru Usman in rematch after rematch. Last time he fought a fresh opponent was Gilbert Burns, and that was 2021, I believe. So it's been almost 2 years since Kamaru Usman's faced somebody he's never fought before. It's just been rematches after rematches and trilogies and all this stuff for Kamaru Usman. So it'd be cool to see him versus a fresh opponent. I do think his knees might just really be done at this point. He looked a lot slower against Leon Edwards in that trilogy fight. So I lean towards Belal Muhammad, but I think Kamaru Usman's got a solid chance in this fight. Big power. He's got that jab. I think he can land a lot on Belal Muhammad. I don't think Belal Muhammad's got the greatest defense. He is good. He's got a good chin, good recovery. He's very durable. But I could see Kamaru Usman landing that jab on Belal Muhammad over and over again. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to go with Belal Muhammad getting this one done. But it'll be cool. It'll be a cool fight. And at the end of the day, Belal Muhammad, don't get me wrong, as much as he's not the most entertaining fighter, he does take the tough fights, and he does deserve a title shot. But that Gilbert Burns fight, he had one arm, he had one shoulder, he was injured, and he still didn't get a finish there, and he still didn't make it entertaining either. But still, he did dominate Gilbert Burns, but still, at the end of the day, if you go out there and beat Kamaru Usman, that's a really big feather under your, that's a real big feather on your cap. So I think this is the fight to make if Belal Muhammad is fighting again. And, there would be no denying him if he beats Kamaru Usman. But somehow I just know Shavkat Rakhmonov will fucking leap over him. I just know. I just know that will happen. It will just be like, oh, Belal, you've done enough to earn an interim title shot. Here's Shavkat. Like, I can just see that happening. But still, this will be a fun fight, I reckon, if it does happen. Kamaru Usman versus Belal Muhammad does have fun fight. Imagine it'll be very similar to Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington, I reckon. It'll be same sort of fight, except I think Belal Muhammad's a bit more tidier with the boxing, but he doesn't have the cardio of Colby Covington, I don't think. But who knows? It'll be interesting. It will really be interesting, I reckon. I would hope for a war, but somehow Belal Muhammad will find a way to fucking wrestle fuck Kamaru Usman for 5 rounds. I think this has to be a fight night main event as well. I think Usman's a big enough name where you have to give him main event. So I think this will be a fight night main event. But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens. I just can't see this a world where this is anyone other than Kamaru Usman. But I guess we'll find out soon. So yeah, just thought I'd make a video reacting to this news. If it does come out that it is Belal Muhammad versus Kamaru Usman, I'll make a more detailed video, like, breaking it down. But I'm not going to do a full down prediction for a fight that's not even confirmed. But yeah, still, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to give this video a like, leave some comments, and subscribe to me, and I'll catch you guys next time.